Remember the study about the enriched environments. How does your environment look like? Is it rich or poor? And I'm not talking money here, I'm talking experience and stimulation. Do you challenge your brain enough? But that's only half the picture. The second part, at least as important, is what do you expose your brain to? The thing we need to understand is that our brain shapes itself, wires itself, based on what we do. Whatever it is we do, our brain will adapt itself to it to make it more efficient to do it. The more we put in it, the better we become at it. This has huge consequences. It means that whatever we expose ourselves to, that's what ends up shaping our brain, how we think, how we see life. Now think about this for a minute. What are you exposing yourself to the most? What kind of stuff do you read? What kind of programs do you watch? What kind of people do you hang out with? What kind of conversations are you having? So what's it gonna be? When you come home after your job, do you end up in front of your telly watching the latest reality TV show? Or do you take an online course and expand your skills? With whom are you hanging out? People all the time complaining or people with a positive mindset and a go-getter attitude? Do you spend your time surfing the web? Or do you engage in meaningful conversation with the people who are dearest to you? Your significant other, your children, your family and friends? I'm really serious about this. What we do most ends up shaping our brain. How much junk do we watch? From zombie apocalypse to porn over empty reality TV, or the brutal video games we play and movies we watch that end up shaping our tolerance towards violence. Especially for kids who learn through imitating what they see. But also, if we listen daily to the news and its flood of negativity, we start seeing our own world and life as a dangerous and frightening place. We end up scared and worried for things that aren't real, at least not in our daily life. We have to be very mindful of what we expose our brain to, as it will end up shaping who we are as a person and how we go through life. And I would like to go even further with this. Cognitive therapy teaches us that what we think, what we do and what we feel influences each other in no particular order, which means that how we behave ends up shaping also how we think and feel, and not only the other way around. This means that not only are we recipients when it comes to information, we also wire our brain based on how we ourselves behave. What I mean is, what we do and also the words we say influence how our brain is shaped. So listen to yourself. Are you constantly complaining or swearing or making hurtful comments? All the negative words that come out of our mouth end up affecting how our brain is wired. All this negativity pushes us towards even more negativity, hardwiring it inside our brain. And of course the opposite is true as well. Speaking with kindness and positivity will wire our brain towards the positive mindset, laying the groundwork for a much more fulfilling life filled with love, joy and happiness. You might be familiar with positive affirmations, stating out loud things that you would like to see happen in your life. Self-development gurus like Tony Robbins swear by it. The power of these words are not so much that by some mystical universal power you start to attract those things to your life. No, that's not how it works. What is really happening is that through these affirmations we start to wire our brain towards whatever it is we are asking for. And just like when you want to buy a new car and you suddenly start to see the exact model you wish everywhere, our brain starts to be on the lookout for those things we wish in our life. We start to see them, recognize them, and it is as if those things have started to manifest themselves in our life in some mystical way. The explanation, at least from a brain's perspective, is more down to earth. We're priming ourselves and become more receptive to those things we desire. They don't suddenly appear out of thin air. We kind of put a filter in our brain to retain those things, to recognize them. So when we're all about negativity, we will only see more negativity around us and wire our brain to react to more negativity, fear and frustration. When we're all about positivism, we will wire our brain to see and react to more positivism, happiness and fulfillment.